Jenny and I are up servicing game cameras in Bigfoot sighting hotspot up on Monte Cristo. For those that follow us, you guys know that I know 7 different groups of people, or 7 different instances where people have saw Bigfoot. I know them personally up here, and then on the BFRO website and other areas, other media sites, there are probably double that. So this is a big time hot spot, and it is, you got these mountaintop springs, so animals can stay up here and do their thing, and then we're up around 9,500 feet, so it stays cool in the summertime. But there's so many Bigfoot sightings around here. We keep a bunch of game cameras up here, and Jenny and I are going in to service a couple.
Snow.
Yep, and there's still snow up here. A lot of times this time of year, I can't even get up here. I was kind of shocked because it's been 5 or 6 years since we've been able to get up here this early. Jenny and I didn't think we were going to get in here. We were just coming up here to look up the snow levels to kind of guesstimate when we could get up here, and all of a sudden we're here. And so neither one of us wore the hiking boots that we should have on. More trees have fallen down. This is only 65 miles from where we live. So, in our backyards, it's one of the closest big time hot spots to where we live. So we keep a close eye on this area. And the last Bigfoot sighting Class A that was reported to us, it's only 2 years ago here. I know 2 years sounds a long time ago, but when you study Bigfoot sightings, that is recent.
Look how big that moose print is. It's as big as my hand.
Hopefully we have him on game camera. We get a lot of moose on our game camera up here. There it is. Look how hard it is to spot these folks. Unless you know exactly where it's at. Sometimes we'll walk back. Oh, did you hear that vocalization?
What was that?
There it goes again. Did you guys hear those hollers? Something was hollering. Jenny, will you keep the camera face that direction, and I'll grab and service the game camera? The game camera has 92 videos and 40% battery. So that's good news. It lasted all fall, all winter, and all spring.
Oh, nice. So whatever's on there, we didn't run out.
Yep.
The vocalization started again, but just up the hill from us now. Oh. Kind of like a high-pitched howling noise. I don't know what that would be. There's some wood cracking over here.
Other cameras this way.
Okay. There's the moose prints. He came right through here.
This area has changed so much when we first started leaving game cameras here. There's a game camera, I mean not a game camera, there's a Bigfoot sighting about a quarter of a mile from here, a Class A, and it didn't make sense leaving the camera where it happened because it's private property, but we're in a place where we can leave them, and it's near two water sources, the closest water sources to the sighting, and the animals that you will see, we always capture a lot of the different varieties of animals in this spot. So if the animals are here, it makes sense for the Bigfoot to be too. I really wish we could leave a camera where it was actually spotted. Not saying the Bigfoot will ever visit that spot again, but this is a great area close to it. And then behind the camera where Jenny's standing, that's where most of the sightings have occurred, that direction a mile or two. So there's 6 Bigfoot sightings of the people that we know personally.
There's some thunder. There's a storm coming in.
Yeah, it's nice and cool today. That's one of the reasons Jenny and I come up here today, is because it's been cool enough. We know that there's not going to be a mosquito problem. I say that and a mosquito just lands on Jenny. Dead now. They usually go after Jenny first because I think she tastes better. We need to remember the 2 woodpecker tree. The 2 woodpecker holes side by side in this giant dead tree.
Oh, I know where this is. I'll be able to find it again.
And there's the cam. I just heard a vocalization off that way. It could have very well been a moose.
It sounded like a bear.
The bears have been very aggressive this year. There's been more reported Bigfoot sightings in the Rocky Mountains. I mean, not sightings, attacks in the Rocky Mountains this year than any other year I ever remember. It has got 100% batteries, a new SD card pointed off that direction. Make sure you watch this video to the end. We'll show you what's on these game cameras in the area. It may not be Bigfoot, or it may, you know, we may hit the home run and get a Bigfoot, but not only are we looking for Bigfoot when we go into these Bigfoot sighting hotspots where everybody claims to be seeing these creatures, we want to know why the creatures are here, what other animals they live with, what animals they may hunt, what animals they may have the same diet as. It's fun to investigate the phenomenon. I hope you guys enjoy our videos of our research and search for Bigfoot.
They're here so much that the ground is covered with it.
And what are you talking about that's here so much?
Oh, it's elk poo.
Okay, I just wanted you to tell the camera.
Oh.
I knew what you were talking about. Yeah, Jenny's talking about elk. The elk are thick here. And a biologist did a study in Colorado of the Bigfoot sightings, and it so happens the Bigfoot are always spotted at the same elevation as the elk are at. So the Bigfoot must be interested in the elk, or the same thing the elk are interested in, or both. And so when I'm out on Bigfoot expeditions, because of that study, I get excited when we start seeing elk or signs of elk, because it seems the Bigfoot and the elk habitat and the Rocky Mountains and the Pacific Northwest seem to cross paths a lot. When we're up here checking these cameras, I always like to check around the water source, seeing if we can see the Bigfoot tracks coming up to the water or even walking into the water. This water hasn't been This water hasn't been disturbed in a while because it's crystal clear, and I see elk or moose tracks that have walked through the water over here. And this looks like it has claw marks. This looks like it could be a front or a hind of a bear, and it would be a large bear. Look at my foot next to it, but appears to be some claws in that. May have double stepped in that too. We service the cameras first. Usually we check these for tracks, and in the Rocky Mountains a lot of the terrain is really tough to accept a footprint. So I like to take advantage of these water sources where the shores are soft. See if the Bigfoot have been using these water sources along with all the other animals. Look at the size of that moose track right there. One of the biggest arguments of the existence of Bigfoot that I hear from people are there is not enough food to sustain a large primate in the woods of North America. Well, if it can support a grizzly, an elk, a moose, black bears, cougars, why not enough for a giant primate? And you know, back in the trapper days and pioneer days, it supported families and families and towns of people. Look at these moose tracks. These ones are fresh. We've been hearing a lot of vocalizations. Maybe it's these guys, maybe not. All right, there's a little look around a place where a Bigfoot sighting happened about 4 years ago. I believe it happened around here, and then I know there's one that happened 2 years ago up here. We're gonna keep searching for evidence. We got to go further in to service 4 more cameras. Hope you guys enjoyed. Keep on watching. We're gonna keep on squatching.